the one weird face I make while I'm waiting for it to actually go live is going to be the screen grab that Facebook uses, because it's probably what they're going to do. You know how it is. Always fucking with me. How you doing? See, say hi. Let me know you're here. Facebook. I tell you what. Hi. Come on in. Come on in. We're gonna do some readings tonight. A while. I wasn't here last night. Had a bit of a headache yesterday. I had emotions. Not my favorite. I do not like crying. We've talked about this. It seems to be really not too thrilled about it, but it usually, and then I have to like just myself in a bubble, and so that's how my day was yesterday. And today, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've gotten a lot of clarity about pain, as it does bring you clarity, you know. It really. So tonight we'll be doing spirit guides or spirit guides, and what is the purpose of them. Okay, so I will be connecting to your spirit guides, and what they are doing to help you. Okay, those readings are going to be $20 tonight, and there's 4 different ways in the description box of the video. I'm telling you. Another long conversation with my internet provider today for this. And why is it doing this? So they're supposed to be coming first thing last time, but they're supposed to be coming first thing in the morning. So I think Natasha here, Miss Nat Nasty, she told me which to use that doesn't have formaldehyde and all that other stuff in it. So my hair is than it used to be. See how shiny and not frizzy it is. Magda, who's my spirit guide? Well, I'm so glad you asked, Magda. And once you send your $20 donation for the they cost, I'd be happy to tell you that. I am okay. It started, I'm not going to lie, yesterday. It started at like 6:30 in the morning. My son messed because he's going through emotional stuff. And what was that, like 2 months ago, right, Natasha? I am what's it called? Is that that's what you told me, Natasha? That's what I'm using. BioTerra Sally's, and you can get it on Amazon. I got it on Amazon. Now, and I just got more at Sally's. But anyway, oh, come on, kitty. Come on, you can come out. It started early yesterday morning, and he messaged me, and he was going through my emotional stuff, and then that led to it a lot. So, you do the best that you can. You're a good person, let's just say. If you're a good person and you want to be a good parent, do the best that you can when you're raising your children. And 100% going to be something that they didn't like. There's going to be something about that wasn't healed, and that your children didn't. So, BioTerra. That's what it is. BioTerra. That's what I'm using. I'm using BioTerra, and it does wonders. healthy. Um, but anyways, so that's how my day started. 13-year-old wounds popping up. I made choices uh, for once in my life for myself, and they meant children. But I am not a person who, and I refuse to regret my actions. I'm sorry that they affected me, but um, I just don't appreciate how it just keeps coming up, no matter how many guys that they were hurt because of something I chose to do. But it just, obviously, it's an unhealed wound, and telling you that you were crazy uh, when they were children, which it's all perspective, right? It's all perspective because personally, my childhood was 1,000 times worse than my kids have anything like in their lifetimes, and other people's childhoods were than mine. And it's just, like I said, every kid is gonna not be happy about there. You can't do the right thing all the time. And when I had my kids, I had my son when I was 19, and I had my daughter when I was 21. Child, you know, I was a child who was very responsible. Having kids that young, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. You really, you know, raising a family at a very young age, and being responsible for so much, and I was still an unhealed person at that, not dealt with my childhood sexual abuse, and I had a mother who yelled. That's how I was raised. She always yelled. Occasionally, um, lost my cool and yelled. Apparently, didn't beat them, but you get, that doesn't happen anymore. The only person that was my cool since my children were toddlers was Travis, and he's not anymore. So don't want it, But that's Travis was one of those and pokes you, and if it doesn't do anything, he'll poke you another way, and if that doesn't do anything, he'll poke you another way. Because he thrived in chaos, and I hated it. Hated it, but now that's a part of who I am, and that's something I have to heal in myself. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, so that was my day yesterday. My childhood didn't exist. Uh, my childhood, I was never a child. So uh, that's just how it is with some people. That's just how it is. My childhood was. Um, so, I mean, it happens to a lot of people that I was able to stop that cycle, and that did not happen to my children. That's, was truly one of the main things that I concerned myself, protecting my children from abuse. And to do that, and I knew I had to make them good people. But it's just, you don't know what you don't know until you know, right? That I had things I had to heal. I was not on a 19. I was not on a spiritual journey when I was 30. I don't know. And so, Budley, do mediums have spirit guides? I'm sure they do, Bud. I'm sure they do. I personally, okay, I'm going to say popular opinion. It's something that people probably don't know. But when you can sit there and pick it apart and say, this is my spirit guide and this is my spirit guide and guide, and give them names, which is, what people are more comfortable doing. Connect to my soul, and my soul is millions of years old and more than I do. So when I want guidance, I just connect my mind to my soul. You know what I mean? I don't actually ask anything but source for guidance, because that's the one thing that's older than me and more knowledgeable than me. You know what I mean? Okay, Kathy, I'm just trying to have, we're going to do it. Don't worry. I can see you, Lauren. Yes, I see you. Okay. Just give me a second here, Kathy. You know, um, story. I use crystals today. I'm super excited about using them. I've had this dendritic agate in my pocket all day. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And I've had it in my pocket all day. That's where it's staying. You know it because you do the same thing. Yeah, exactly. I connect to my higher self, but in your soul circle, there is there's individual identities, which is what I call it, identities that you can connect to get specific information doing tonight. Your connection is as bad as mine tonight. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't understand it because we went through, the internet people and I went over every single connection that was connected to my router, and they were good. So she's like, well, I'm gonna have to send somebody over there to look at something or other. And I'm like, okay. So, Catherine, all right. I know you miss me. Oh man, it's just I don't vibe with the 5G, you know me. Stop it, Jack. What are you doing? My handwriting is atrocious. I hope I can read this. Connecting. Is that it? 4, 5. Hey, Kathy. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on. Oh, hold on a second. Jesus. I started sharing and doing. Hold on. I got yours done, Kathy. Just give me a second. Hi, everybody. Come on in. I have a song stuck in my head, apparently. It's about to. Interesting. Okay, Kathy. Okay, so first of all, with Archangel Michael. Archangel, do you have a pen and paper? If you're getting your spirit guide names and the reason that they're in your, write it down. Okay. You can always watch the replay, and we're starting at 18 minutes. Archangel Michael, and he is in your spiritual group and there for you, defending you from harmful energy is what I was hearing. So I feel like don't really call upon the archangels as much as they should. You can anytime you're feeling any type of way, any type of negative emotion, if you can ask for protection. If you're angry, you can ask for protection. If you're feeling vulnerable or shame, if you're having a bad dream, this is more often than not when I ask the angels. I'm sleeping and I'm feeling some kind of disturbance in the force. But he is in your life to defend you from harmful energy, and I don't feel like that's just outside, internal energy too. Things that are interrupting your thoughts. Okay, bubbles, uh, transversing your soul energy and getting it. Okay, so Archangel Michael is there to defend you from. Okay, so then we have Cecil, Cecil. Cecil comes in and he's wearing a tie and a very light, like a powdery blue, beautiful shirt. He's a very well dressed man, and he that he's in your life to help you with your manners, your morals, and taking the high road. Tact, knowing what to say and how to say it. So, this, of course, a lot of people really don't pay much attention. And I have to truly say that. A lot of people don't think before they speak, and they speak. Okay. And so Cecil's job is to help you be the bigger, to not lash out at people, to not spit venom at people, and the right thing to say in difficult situations. Okay. So if you find yourself in or disagreement with somebody, you can call upon Cecil uh, to to even diffuse a situation. Okay, and we have Trina. She's a gentle soul. She's coming in and helping you connecting you to your heart center. Okay, and I feel like a good idea for you to connect to her when you're trying to yourself. She's also showed me a lot of different things about like loving animals and things like that. And I feel like she helps you truly connect with the plant. Okay, so this is just heart centered kindness, you know, uh, a really wonderful thing to have. So when you're not feeling very loving toward yourself, if you're feeling off, or if you notice yourself being very negative towards yourself, ask for Trina to come in and help. And then we have Max. Max is a big, strong man. Um, he shows you strength, honor, and how to be, what he said, how to be a hero. And I feel like all these guides work really well. Cecil is taking the high road, uh, having good morals, man, there to show you how to stand up for yourself and to stand up for the little guy, underdog, and how to be a hero, because you never know, uh, to see you as a hero in their eyes, you know, honestly. Max is definitely going to help you be strong in difficult situations. And I feel like that has a lot to do with not just physical, mental strength, because I feel like sometimes, again, I feel like something really hard for us to fight the mental the mental monsters that pop up in our heads, right? And then I do have a grandmother for you. This is actually in your soul family itself. She's sending you love through the family, and she tries to remind you. Okay, so she's there to kind of remind you not only where you started, but okay. And I feel like this happens to you quite a bit, especially looking at something about the 20s. I feel like the 20s. That's your battle, your brain. You know, definitely have Trina and Max, call Max to help you battle that. Okay, and like I said, Archangel Michael's always there to from penetrating in your energetic field. All right. Um, but your grandmother, do you have a grandmother who's passed? I have a grandmother energy talking about the 20s, really hard for you. And she said to remember where you came from. So I feel like this is often represented as bad memories. Okay, she doesn't. It's not that she wants you to only remember the bad, but it's almost for contrast and clarity. Like things have been worse. Things have been worse than kind of what I'm getting from her. You do have a grandmother pass, okay? Because I feel like it's your actual grandmother. But just to show you, it hasn't all been bad. It hasn't all been good, and then some, the clarity, to have the clarity on that, like, things have been worse than this, and good, or things were better before, and they'll be better again, type of thing. But I think they're just trying to kind of help you with your mental battles that you've been going through here, all come up, just helping with the mental energy, just being, defending your mental energy, defending, projecting anger, projecting hurt and pain and stuff like that, because I feel like that happens a lot with people who have demons, so to speak. um, so I hope that helps you, that, that gives you some people to turn to when you need help, and I hope that you do use to put yourself in a better space. Okay. All right. participating. Whee! So that's what we're doing tonight, y'all. Or if you would like tarot card readings, we're doing those for $12. Otherwise, we're doing who are your spirit guides and how do they help you? Are they there? And if you don't know about spirit guides, there are soul energies that go through your timelines. Not all of your timelines, and they connect with you and they join your soul for certain parts. Not there for the whole thing, and when they experience what they need to experience as a soul way, and they will help somebody else who hasn't experienced what you're going through. Okay, souls, and they're there to assist through certain levels of your life, and that's why you're always the same. Okay, the ones that are in your soul family will stay the same. The names, like I said, are identities or different soul energies that have already been through the portion of their journey that you're going through, and they have the knowledge and they can help you. Okay, so that's why it's cool to know who your helper souls are. Hi, Lori. Tonight was supposed to be a group healing and a channeling, but because I took last mental health rehabilitation, we're a day behind. That's why we're doing spirit guides and their purpose. You're always, always, always. They're always with you. Just think of it like, what's that? Just think of it like that Pixar movie with the little girl with the different emotions, happiness and sad, Inside Out. Think of it like that. That they're always in there watching and observing and trying to help you as much as they can without they'll give you little nuggets of information that will help you make a decision. But you truly benefit the greatest when you accept and welcome the sphere and breadth of knowledge that they bring to you. Like, I was given a lot of insight last night, even a lot of insight about and again, like, falling into the trap of accepting less than I deserve. Right? And I just was like, man, I got to stop doing that. I got to stop putting my needs and my wants and desires like below other people's, and I need to words instead of actions, like, because people can say whatever they want. Just, people like me who have been through very toxic relationships, got a lot of trauma and stuff, like, I need to see action. I need to see something. I need to see that you mean what you say. And that's not everybody like that. Not everybody has to have that. Some people trust what you're saying, but I'm not that way, and I need people to prove to me that they mean what they say, and if they can't accommodate that, me and my, I don't have time for it. Arch. I've been to connect and I can't seem. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Just keep trying, just keep trying to find your cast. Interesting. Needs to be said. Jen, I appreciate you. But everybody has their own healing journey. That I'm still healing from my very relationship that I had with Travis. I'm definitely Um, my heart is opening. It's opening back up to people into my heart, but it's not. But I'm not perfect yet to do, and I'm very much aware of that. And me that are very traumatized, very very traumatized from what it and and you know that's how it is. Um, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm not going to and I'm not going to pretend that I don't get triggered on the daily because I do, especially with people who are important to me. Um, but I'm aware of it, and I know that I'm doing it for the most part uh, through it, like I hope you all do. But there's no on when a person is good to go. You know what I mean? And and if that relationship affected me negatively, and so many not aware of until they come up, until like I have that trigger. Um, it that just like instantly reminds me of him, and it's like, oh crap, one more thing that I have to toxic relationships really really do wreak havoc on you. They really do wreak havoc on you. 62 years of struggle, childhood sexual abuse to physical abuse to emotional. I try to please everyone. I'm so tired. It's funny because while I was talking to my son yesterday, I had the realization really been unhappy. You have moments of laughter. I have been weighed down by sadness and neglect my whole life because the thing about people who have experienced sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, it really does rob you of the innocence of childhood that every person deserves to experience. That ability to feel joy and feeling care, right? And so we don't get that. We don't get that, and you feel a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of responsibility, and us are just super hyper aware of our environment and trying to make sure that you're fight or flight, right? And you're trying to be good, and you're trying to be in the way, and you're trying to not be noticed, right? And so we put on ourselves, and your needs are literally ignored by and I said that to my son yesterday. I said it doesn't seem to matter how much for everybody around me and how much response as a young mother trying to keep it all together on top of my own broken. um, it didn't seem to matter to anyone that I was having a hard time. You know, it's never seemed to matter to anyone. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I realized that yesterday that like I've literally been my whole life. So I'm to the point where I'm working on feeling carefree. And yes, I'm still an adult, and yes, I still have a child, but I'm trying really hard to at least not feel unimportant, you know? One more thing that they actually apply, we tend to generalize to the things that affect us. Try to what? Make those kind of things that they Jenna, I'm not talking about the global manner. I'm talking about my own personal life. I'm people in my life affecting me. I'm not talking about things happening on a global. I don't get triggered by things that happen on a global scale. I really don't. Um, it's like on the peripheral of my own personal reality. It's there, but it's not really. That makes sense, you know. So yeah, it's difficult to go from a space of feeling like your needs important to a single person in your life, and no matter how hard you try to that you're a person too, it's just feeling like you're not seen. Really, really hard, you know. I'm definitely not, but I did realize that, when I was with my son, that it's that how I felt. I That's exactly what it brought up in me, that I've tried throughout my life to be everything for people and to make sure everybody had what they need, or that they're happy and that they have a good childhood, and then they're not raised assistance and embarrassed, and that they have things that they want, and that they're well fed and they're well cared for, just as I know how to love, coming from somebody who didn't know. um, you do all of that, and still there's going to be something. No matter how much you do, there's going to be something that's pointed out to you that you didn't do. Thank you for being so vulnerable. I relate to you. You are not alone. Right, Kathy. And that's the thing that I realized too. I mean, um, I'll read that in a second, Marjan. Um, and that's no matter no matter how much you try to be a people pleaser, really what you're doing, everybody the love that you need. And I really and truly know that not only do you project out your pain, you project things that you desire, right? So I'm over here, you know, trying to be accepted, right? He wants me to be, so that they'll accept me and love me for being me, when really that's not what I need. You know, I you said I need somebody to say, I like you the way you are, even even if you are pushy, even if you're an asshole sometimes, because you an unemotional cold way, which I do. I do that. Um, whole life I've been pushing down emotions that were not okay to feel, right? You push down that you can't express because you're not heard. If you cry about something, you're up. They tell you you're okay. They tell you you're fine. They tell you to go play. And I mean, raised like that. That's my generation anyway. Was not, your feelings were never valid. You never wanted to get to the bottom of why you were upset. They just wanted you to stop. So, I mean, that's pretty much what we have to deal with, 46 years of acknowledging how I felt, right? Not acknowledging that just going through life, just being mechanical, you know, from your emotions, and to the point where there's so much push pressed in there that you spill it out, and you spit it on someone, and then you're a crazy person. You don't know how long I've been holding that in, though. So I don't know. It's just crazy the way we can all live in the same reality. You know, my kids were there, and my partners were there, but it's like you all see it, you, right? So anyway, Linda, I'm telling you, Linda, I literally, like, what my son told me, that I was a crazy witch. How? Like, what did I do that was so terrible? You know? And it's that I would get mad and yell sometimes, and I'm like, freaking clue. I was I was petrified of my mother. Like, My mother didn't beat me, but she beat the crap out of my brothers. You know what I mean? And she screamed and she yelled, and she just acted like we were the like like we owed her. I mean, so it's like you never had that, and like I made sure that you didn't have that. Like you didn't have a terrible childhood, and I even told them that when they were kids. I'm like, your life is so bad. Go live in somebody else's house for a little while. Go see how parents treat them. You know, it's just perspective. I love you for existing too, Kathy. Margiana said, let me get my glasses. No, I mean that sometimes the negative that came from one doesn't always represent a negative thing. Negative thoughts can eke into our core. Sorry, I explained wrong. I'm just wishing you a healthy heart. No, I totally understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I'm talking about how do I explain? I was in a very toxic relationship with somebody for 4 years. So I'll explain it to you. I was in a very toxic relationship with a soul partner for 4 years, and during the course of that, it was made very much aware to me that I had a self that I was not aware of. Like I knew that I wasn't happy with since I had kids, but I thought that was the whole, body image because you have kids and you don't look the same. I had no idea that I had absolutely no self-worth or self. Like I truly did not know that until I was in that relationship. So I'm super grateful for that bringing light to what I needed to heal within me. But during the course of that epiphany, there was so much damage, so much emotional and mental and damage done to my person, that I'm still, and this in April of this year. Okay, so I'm still like healing from that. Happened 7 years ago. This is a very recent thing. So I'm still. I have told everybody from day one. Anybody you get out of a relationship, you give yourself 6 months. You give your six. Do not commit to another relationship. Do not rush right into action with somebody. Give yourself some time to heal, right? Give yourself some time to heal because even if you believe there are things that you need to assimilate into your person, and then you have things to undo from the connection of the relationship, even you know separation. You still have to figure out who you are. You still have to figure out who you are now, as compared to who you were before, who you were in the relationship, and who you want to be outside of that, on the other side of that. This is very, very recent for me. I hear you. I tried so hard to give him a good childhood. Yeah. Hell no. According to him, I was horrible. That's just, and again, I'm just going to put this out. My son is 27 years old and he does not have his own children. He's not a parent yet. I truly feel like we go through things so they don't have to, and they go through things so the next generation. You know what I mean? And so I feel like everybody has their own as far as that goes. Maybe me that his son was abused by my neighbor, but it is not true, and why my grandson understand. What? Why do you assume that it's not true? Kathy? Has has your grandson never met your? Is that why you're saying it's not true, or you want it to be true? Is there actual physical proof that it's not true? See, it bothers me because um, I was second father, and his family, his siblings, didn't believe that it happened. They thought that I was lying. So this is a little bit of an issue for me. It's just a little bit of an issue for me. Like you should probably find out. Okay. You are the same age and you played with them. Were you always with? Because I had a friend that abused me when I was a little kid. I was a target for it. Apparently, I had a girl me that that abused me because children do what they're shown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, it's a little kid. It didn't happen." You not make that presumption, ma'am. Presum reflections of my life sound like what you're living. I walked away from my 57 years. Last year in October, I spent the next 6 months grieving for the loss perceived was of my family. I get you. Healing takes time. I came in 26 minutes into your guess. I've never made a secret of the abuse that I survived, that I overcame, that I did not let negatively affect me as much as I knew how. And of course, you know, your core are tucked deep inside the recesses of your mind. Something else you might not know, I had trauma induced amnesia for most of my life. So the things I remember uh, just recently came back to me. It was like 5 years ago when I started doing my spiritual. I unlocked a lot of things to get out of trouble. Hmm. That to me would say that your grandson probably needs counseling to if he's going to make stories up like that, that a person really doesn't have a lot of compassion for others and no understanding wrong. Hmm? So perhaps he should have some counseling. Sarah says, first time not doing that tonight, Sarah. Amanda, sure. I got you, Amanda. Oh, we're going to run out of this energy and we're going to run spirit guides. Okay, Amanda, spirit guide. I got you. Something that needs to happen. I'm sorry to hear that your family's going through that. Amanda died. Are you a big music buff, Amanda? Because this very God is just, it says so much about you as a person. I can't even. I'm not sure if I'm above, but I do have quite the taste. Great. Uh, this is awesome. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you actually have the one of the same as Kathy, which I find interesting. I was not aware of. She did not mention it when she was giving me the Kathy. But Trina is of the higher angelic realm. She's not an archangel, but she's below that. And so she does have several people that she guides uh, on the earthly plane. You're not. It's interesting that you're both here. I find you also have Trina, which when she came through, she was telling me that she is she assists in gentle loving kindness and connecting from your heart center, and I find that's a beautiful thing. I feel like this is like I feel like I have a soft spot for fortunate, and this is how it's coming through to me. For you have a soft spot for people less fortunate. You always want to help people in need. It's being homeless people or helping people uh, who have kids, like kids presents for Christmas, or donating to uh, charity and things of that nature. But it feels like you there to help people less fortunate than you. And this is coming from Trina. Okay. So she's like, she's not an archangel. She's right below that. She said she's a higher angel. But anyways, back to what I was going to say. So the very first guide for you, uh, the name is Symphony, but not with a Y. It has an IE, Symphony. And this is a angelic being, a light being. This doesn't feel, this is not like an angel. This is like, how do I explain this? It's like a frequency thing. It's a frequency, almost like an attunement. Um, I feel like this, for this symphony energy, is honestly like connecting you to. Um, but anyways, they came in and said that they're all about the music. Healing the soul is what they had me write down. Rhythm and blues and how to soul. Okay, so that makes sense for what I was seeing. Like they help you connect your soul. Music helps you connect to the energy of your soul. They literally in blues, so R&B, old R&B, like when it first began, blues. You know, I am hearing like a lot of like deep rhythmic tones. You could even do some kind of like drumming or something like that. It just feels like there's something about the frequency and the vibration helps you connect to your soul. And then I got um hi Sally, welcome. And then I got Tyrone. Truly reminded me of like a 1970s, what's happening. Like I really got that impression. And he said he's here to help you tell it like it is, turkey, like your no jive turkey, and to help you speak your mind, your truth, and people. So this is what the energy that I was getting from him. It's always like, speak your truth. You know, it's important for you to speak your truth, especially, it just feels like people have wanted you down, to not be so actual, uh, sharp with your words. You know, people, it just feels to me like people want you to be a softer version of yourself, and that's not the impression that I'm getting from Tyrone. I feel like that's not, you're supposed to be exactly who you are. um, Tell it like it is. Tell you how to be. Now mind you, you don't have to be unnecessary. Speak your truth, you know, be who you are. And then I did get Archangel for you, which Archangel Raphael, to heal your light body. So to me, it just feels like, Amanda, that you feel like an older soul to me. If you have two higher level angels, it just feels to me like you're at a point in your life where you've had a lot of incarnations, you've learned a lot of soul lessons, and ascended through the trials of humanity for quite some time. And Archangel is is your guide to heal your light body. So um, it's you with your soul. Tyrone allows you to speak your truth, which is the throat chakra, chakra, and the soul star chakra. And this is what we're working on right now. We're working on the throat, third eye, and the crown. Okay, because Archangel Raphael also said a blocked crown chakra, and that you need to open your mind. So being heart, body, and nurturing yourself with self-care. Okay, those were all things that were suggested, and Raphael helps you do. And like I said, Trina was also um, one of Kathy's guides, and she's like a higher energy. I have 1, 2, like 3 higher energy guides. I'm experiencing what I believe to be a kundalini. It's been quite the nightmare. Do they have any guidance for me to navigate this new consciousness? Absolutely. Okay, so when they're telling you exactly what they're telling you, to listen to music, the things that relax you, that make you feel good, that that bring you out of the negative. Because if it's been a nightmare for you, look, it's never fun. Okay, I don't know who lied to you, but it is not fun, because you removing all the blockages, and pendulum swings, it's going to swing wildly until it stops and balances. It's an up and down roller coaster type thing. And listen to music, allow that to relax you, allow it to soothe your soul. I remember saying drumming circles, or like native drumming. You can find that on YouTube. I feel like that would help you to connect to yourself. But symphony, the music connection, is to help you connect your Archangel Raphael. You just call on Archangel Raphael whenever you're having a. Archangels are always there for you. It doesn't matter if it is the one overseeing your on call. So if you want to look up what the different archangels are responsible for, you can always ask a different one. But Archangel Raphael is the one that has a hand, so to speak, in what's going on with you. Yeah, it is. Been struggling. It's so hard, my friend. I'm grateful for your abilities to help me understand. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help people, and I understand crown chakra is not fun. It represents it's like headaches and dizziness. What else? There's tension headaches, stress, sinus problems, memory issues. It could also be represented by like problems and stuff like that, issues with your throat, because you're dealing with your throat chakra, speaking, and really standing up for yourself, truly, and taking care of yourself, making sure you're protecting your energy, making sure you're keeping yourself in a positive space, and being grateful for, even though difficult, I'm grateful for every single thing that I feel, even when it's terrible, because rather than not feeling anything, right? Yeah, it's all here to. Yes, all of that. My almost convulsing from the energies. It's been overwhelming operating in this 3D reality. Oh, I totally understand that. And personally, myself, when I feel like I am I'm connecting to the physical reality, I will purposefully eat lower vibrational foods, carbs, chocolate, the soda. Um, I will do things that will connect me more firmly, that I can just kind of try to balance it, because no matter how much people tell you, your journey does not vibrate them out of this reality. You literally have to learn to straddle and stay connected to two different things. You have to be in the third dimension, and it's not easy. So it takes work. I watched, I told you I had a very emotional day yesterday. Watched a series, and I watched it all day long, and it gave me a headache, but I did, because I never watch TV. But I did. I watched television all day long. It was pasta bowl. I ate brownies. I put my in it. So thank you, dear. Okay, Pat went for you live. Just showed up. Pat, we're doing who are your guides and how do they help you? Okay, and there's 4 different ways to make the donation in the description box of the video. Okay, so if you box, it'll show you uh, 4 different ways to make your $20 donation. Hello, Candace. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy, kids. It's just not easy, period. So, what I do recommend, Amanda, give your space, give them a name, whatever you're feeling. Okay. So, um, if you're feeling shame, embarrassment, frustration, I try to very specifically what I am feeling. Like embarrassment. Uh, yeah, just guilt, lay you're feeling, but try to be very specific and say, I'm feeling guilty because this, that, or the other, whatever. Um, or I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling whatever. Uh, but make sure you label it. Make sure you kind of, this is going to sound weird. So just try to recall and what your body is experiencing emotion. Okay, so take stock of how that is affecting you. Um, take stock of how it's making you feel about yourself or the that's creating that emotion in you, and really memorize that. Memorize that feeling, that trigger is, so that and just tuck it away in your memory bank because again, okay, and when it comes up again, take stock is who the person is involved, um, why you're feeling. You will start to see the patterns, okay, and that is the most important thing that you can do is recognize the patterns because that's really the most important step in healing, recognizing the pattern and seeing what the trigger is, and forewarned is forearmed, and if you can get in front of that trigger, if you can get to the paying so close attention to your journey and what you're feeling and why you're feeling it and who's making you feel these, making you think about, you will see the patterns, and then you can literally self from being triggered by that, by recognizing again when it's coming up in your life. It really is about integrating your shadow. It's not about ignoring it. It's like, what's happening to me? This is why I'm triggered. This is the pain that it's showing me over and over and over again. When you recognize what pain that's coming from, you're visiting the pain, and it stops hurting you when you revisit your pain. It does. It stops having an effect on when you realize how you can consciously stop that cycle from repeating, stop yourself from over and over again. So good luck with that. It's not easy. When people's like, "Oh, I want to have a spiritual awakening," are you sure you're ready for that? Because it's not easy. It's not. You try to band-aid it. Yeah, don't. Band-aids don't. Band-aids have to rip the band-aid off, let the wound be exposed, acknowledge it. Look at how much it's hurting you. You have to allow that, right? I did want to mention once again, a few lives ago, but for the month of October, I will be having a special on my soul, which is all about trauma healing, childhood core healing, and your soul in this lifetime and helping you heal. And that is a 1 hour reading, which normally is $120. That is all my readings. But I'm doing for the month of October, I'm doing $85. So important that people heal their core wounds. You know, I am a healer, so do healing on you during that session, and I heal some of your wounds and I bring them into the light. I'm going to bring those into the light. You are most likely going to cry. Normal, and I would even say necessary for the kind of to move past those. But that I will be offering that during the month of October for $85. And that is a 60-minute reading. It's like I'm at 34, and I'm like, whoa, should never let me back. Yeah, but once you're in it though, you can't really that's the hard part. You know, your soul has decided that you're ready. Consciously aware of that, but on a soul level, your soul knows that you are capable of the healing that you are required to do at this time, or else it wouldn't happen. Everything happens everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. This stuff is supposed to be coming up for me right. It's supposed to be coming up for you right now. So, you know, you just have to have faith in your ability to conquer it, to accept and integrate the parts of you that have been hiding. You reassured me to lean into it just now. I'm crying with relief. Truly, I need to hear that. Absolutely. No problem at all. No problem at all. So, okay. Well, that's where we're at right now. Patty says, I'm going to pay for cards right now. We still have to chat, Patty. I've been having a rough couple days at the beginning, but whew, it's been something. So, okay, Pat, no problem. I think what I'm going to do, darlings, is tomorrow afternoon, we'll do the group healing and channeling message tomorrow. It's going to be early because anything else that I have to do tomorrow, and I don't need to procrastinate that. So I'm going to get the day so that I can do live readings tomorrow night. And the readings that I do tomorrow night, donation based, but it will be what you can afford. Okay? It will not. All right, Miss Patty. What do we got for Patty? What is channeling? What is channeling in general, or are you talking about what a channeled message is? Are you asking what that is? Group healing and channeling. A channeled message is a message that I am connecting to source and delivering to the collective to help heal and ascend as a collective consciousness so that we can move into a lighter density of reality. I'm sorry to hear that, Candace. I hope the doctor gets to the bottom of it. That's what a channeling is when I allow my when I allow myself to get out of the driver's seat of my soul body here, move over into the passenger seat, and allow source to deliver a message to all of you using my vehicle. That's what channeling is. I know you do, Candace. I know you do. It sounds like you're having a really hard time, and I'm so sorry about that. Candace, I would recommend, if you have access to Netflix or YouTube, look for a documentary called Heal, Heal. That's the name of it. And it's all about your ability to heal yourself with your mind. Okay? I want you to watch that. That's my advice for you. All right, what do we got for Miss Patty? The Hanged Man in reverse. You're welcome. Ace of Swords. Judgment in reverse. Interesting. These cards are telling me that it's time for you to make a decision, Patty. Nine of Cups in reverse, Four of Cups. These two cards are both sadness, despair. The Hanged Man in reverse is saying it's time for you to make a choice. Ace of Swords, open up your mind. Just cards tonight, and saw something in my house today. I'm sorry to hear that. Has your son been by? Since Sheila did the work on your house? Patty, we can't keep clearing your house for you and then you let the things back in. I mean, it's kind of pointless, for us to do that. Sorry, darling. So the Hangman in reverse is coming out next to the Ace of Swords. It's telling you that you need to make a decision. You need to make up your mind. Judgment card in reverse is telling you that you're not doing what needs to be done in order to remove this negative energy. Nine of Cups in reverse is sadness, despair, unhappiness. Four of Cups is feeling sad, despondent, depressed. King of Cups in reverse, like you have all this negative energy around you. Okay, and King of Cups in reverse is coming out with the King of Pentacles. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, stand in your power, be the boss in your house. Okay, stop allowing this energy to control you. We've talked about that. We've talked about that in private. We talked about allowing things and protecting yourself, protecting your home. Did you do what I told you to do with the salt? Did you do what I told you to do with the black crystals? Did you do what I told you to do as far as grounding and protecting your energy? Have you been doing all that consistently? And then you turn around and you said yourself that your son is the one bringing all the negative energy into your home. I cannot keep clearing everything for you if you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, it just feels to me that you have to stand up for yourself. Is your peace of mind important to you? Is your peace of mind for your daughter, your granddaughter important to you? Like, is that important to you? You were so excited about her being able to sleep, being happy in her surroundings. Like, you were so happy about that. And then you let him come back in. You just opened the door. You open the door to that energy. So I know Sheila, and I know that she's not going to want to do it all over again. You know, you have to be stronger than that. You have to say no to that stuff. You have to say no. You're not welcome here. You're not allowed here, to that energy in general. Okay. Set up boundaries. I'd like you to call on Archangel Michael to clear your home of any negative energy that doesn't belong there. Send it all back to where it came from. Send it back to source to be transmuted and nullified. You are asking Archangel Michael to come in and clear your home. You were strong enough until you saw something that scared you, right? You have to not be afraid of these things, okay? You have to be scarier than them. Okay? You have to put on the full armor of your soul and just allow yourself to be a beacon of light. Do not allow the shadow to overcome you, dear. You can't go through life being afraid. There's just absolutely no way to live. And all of your cards here, they're just like, stop. This is just Ariel. Hi. I was born in Worcester, Massachusetts. Small world. Interesting. But you have to stop allowing your son to just do whatever he wants. You I know that, he's struggling with addiction, but he's bringing really bad stuff into your house. And you can't allow that to happen anymore, hon. It's battle time. Yeah. And we talked about this. We talked about standing in your own personal power, right? Being the person that is in charge of your soul in your personal space, right? Not allowing other people to dictate how you feel about yourself and how you feel in your home, right? Hi, Cindy from Kentucky. I have visited Kentucky. I've never been to Washington, Nicole. I can honestly say that I've never been to Washington. Yes, we have talked about that. So we'll work on that, right? But your cards are telling you that it's time. It's time for you to make up your mind about how you want your life to be moving forward. You got a taste of it, okay? Like, here, we did what we could to show you what peace feels like in your life. All right. And then you let somebody come in and take it away. You have to decide what you want. Do you want peace or do you want fear? And if you want peace, then you cannot allow that stuff to come back in, regardless of who it's attached to. Ariel, from your late grandmother, sweetheart, tomorrow night I will be doing all kinds of psychic readings, whatever kind you want. If you would like to get guidance from your grandmother, tomorrow night we will be doing readings by donation, what you can afford, what you think the reading is worth to you. Okay. We will be doing that tomorrow night. So there's no set amount, but tonight we are doing who your spirit guides are and the purpose that they have in your life. Okay. And that's $20. That's what we're doing tonight. Okay. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, I do offer private readings during the afternoons. And those are $60 for 30 minutes. And it's just me, you, and your grandmother. Okay. You're welcome, hon. But I can absolutely connect to your grandmother. That is my job. That is what I do. This is my full-time profession. This is what I do for a living. Okay. He was only in one night. Well, if the look in his eyes scared you, then that is 100% a sign that he is possessed. Okay? Period. End of story. You know, I had somebody in my home once upon a time who was possessed by a demon. And I just kept repeating to myself, I rebuke Satan and all of his minions out of my personal space. I rebuke Satan and all of his minions out of my personal space. I rebuke Satan and all of his minions out of my personal space. Okay? And that helped me because it left. It left, and the change was instantaneous. So perhaps if you give your son a hug, you can say that to yourself in your mind. Be strong in that. Okay? Because when you're hugging your son, he's in your personal space. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Just make sure that after you say that, that you make sure your home is protected, you know. But that's what worked for me. All I can do is tell you what works for me. Okay? How the heck are you? Are the babies asleep? They should be. It's like 11 o'clock there, isn't it? You know, you can ask the angels to protect him. You can ask the angels to give him clarity so that he can see what he's doing to himself, Patty. Um, you can just send him so much love. My way, it's going, girl. I mean, you know, can't complain. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you. I'm sorry you're going through that. That sounds really hard. Cindy, I would ask you to tune in tomorrow afternoon. Why don't you like and follow my page? Make sure you click the notifications that you get notified when I'll go live, because tomorrow afternoon I'm doing a group healing. Okay, so anybody that watches that live is going to receive healing from me. Okay, I don't do them very often, maybe once a week or once every couple of weeks. I'll do a group healing because it does take a lot out of me. But I do want you to know, um, Pat, if you just click on the screen, if you're on a smartphone, there's going to be a bunch of words that pop up, and you just scroll down and it'll show you how to pay. But anyways, Cindy, tomorrow afternoon, I'll be doing a group healing and a channeled message from Source Energy, which also has a lot of healing energy in it. So please tune into that and receive some free healing, okay? We're doing that tomorrow, babe. All right? Hi, Sherry. I'm not sure what time it's going to be, but I know it's going to be early afternoon. Probably 12, something like that. Look, Cindy, you want to know what your problem is? You see that, what you just wrote? You see what you just wrote right here? I can't be healed. You don't actually want help. So if you can't be healed, then you can't be healed. So there's no point, right? If you believe that you cannot be healed, if you have accepted what people have told you, if you've allowed people to dictate your life path and how your body responds to that suggestion, you're right, you can't be helped. The only person that can control your life is you. But if you let a doctor tell you you can't be healed and you say, well, you know better than me, so I'll have to believe you, then you can't be healed. You're hurting? Do you know what that pain is showing you? That pain is showing you different areas in your body that you are trying to release pain. You're feeling it so that you can release it, acknowledge it. I had back surgery. I was incapacitated by pain for years. It got so bad I could barely move. And I would just lay on my bed and be so fucking grateful for everything that I was feeling. I am grateful for this pain because it is reminding me that I am alive and not dead, that I am here, that I am existing, that every day I have an opportunity to experience life, even if it hurts. And every time I express genuine gratitude for feeling something, my pain went away. So I know pain does not feel good. We've all experienced pain in one way or another. But if you can try to find some gratitude for anything about your life, anything that this pain is showing you, okay, it's important. Your pain is in your mind. Your mind and your heart, Cindy. It's not just your heart. And I know your pain is in your mind because you said you have MS. Your pain is located where your physical ailments are. That is where your pain is located. Your pain is located in your mind. MS is electrical neurological dysfunction in the brain. Too much or not enough of something. That is, every neurological disorder is associated with memories, trauma. Okay? Hello, Samantha. If you truly wanted healing, you could get it. But you'd have to open your mind. And you have closed your mind and you've decided that you're not using it for yourself anymore and you're just going to let it run things. So, it has been scientifically proven that you can heal yourself, Cindy. Science has proven that. Science has proven that faith can move mountains. Science has proven that faith can heal you. Science has proven that we are electric beings. Okay? Science has proven. So, like I said, I am offering my, what I call a soul scar healing session. It's an hour long, normally priced at $120. For the month of October, it will be $85 because so many people need it. Okay? Plain and simple, that's what it is. It's an hour. It will change your life, no matter who you are. We all have things that we need to heal. So, Haley, if you want me to read your spirit guides, honey, it's $20. Did you make a $20 donation? What you doing, meow meow? Meow meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow meow. Kitty butt. Here we go. Here we go. You didn't? Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, my love. Tawny, why are you putting a question mark? Oh, wait, that was my cat. Never mind. My cat put a question mark. This is Lucky. She's the talking cat. Okay. Well, if we are all done, I thought it was Tawny because Tawny comes onto my page sometimes and it puts her as me. But anyway, this is a talking kitty. So, anyways, hi Robert, how are you? Anyways, if we're all done, then I'm gonna go. Vanessa, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. I gotta pet this cat. This cat wants petting. So, anyways, I will see you all tomorrow afternoon. Should be about 12-ish. Okay, you know I never get anywhere at exactly where I say I'm going to. Yeah, absolutely. Let's chat. But I'll be back around